chapter review and discussion. Let's go! Today, we're going to be talking about chapter 1086, the Five Elder Planets. We got warrior gods. The Seraphim set of 7 is complete. Did Vegapunk? What did I write down? Recreate an ancient weapon? And a relative of Shanks appears?
Oh, shitty.
Holy shooty is right, soundboard. What a crazy chapter. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for clicking on this video. And thank you for being here to talk about this chapter with us here today, because it's going to be a while before we get another one. Of course, Oda's going on a month break for his eye surgery. We wish him the best and a speedy recovery, but also hopefully that he gets to take some time to enjoy not just recovering, but being off and his break. Because if there's anybody who deserves it, it's Oda.
Yes.
Okay, but he didn't leave us with nothing to speculate about. He left us with plenty to speculate about over the course of this month. We got the Gorosei, we got the elders, their actual names. Again, I'm feeling good today because I finally got something right. Looking over our heavy is the head that wears the L sheet with all of our predictions on it. So many. One of them from little old Joshy boy was the God Knights are related to Shanks. Figarland?
Yep.
Let me have one. Absolutely insane chapter. I'm going to pop over to the chat for a bit, see how you guys are doing today. Bro left us with meals, said Luis Segura. And there's so many other things to speculate on this chapter. We're going to start going through it. And then as we get to certain moments, we will expand on these things more, theorize, we'll cook together. Okay. I wonder too if with this new character that we meet at the very end of this chapter, I wonder what their relation to Shanks is. Do you have any feelings, any thoughts based on this man's age? Is he a grandpa? Is he a distant relative? Is he a papa? What do you think?
I don't know.
What is Mehgan Perrine's gut telling her? Brother? Whoa.
I don't fucking
know. Whoa. I really do. Test even saying too, Garling has an incredible design. I really do enjoy the design. People are comparing his design to, I don't know where this character's from. Is it from like a raisin commercial or some shit?
Oh, the Moon Man?
The Moon?
Yeah, I have no idea.
It's pretty cool though, dude. I like it a lot. I like it. Terrence Matthews, let's fucking go.
It's your kitchen.
Starting us off with the first donation of the stream, I expected the God Knights to be more youthful. Well, check this out, Terrence. First of all, I think that there could still be some youthful chaps on the God Knights. And if, Mehgan, you're theorizing, and it's just a thought, your gut feeling, speculating that possibly it could be Shanks' brother, but remember the silhouettes that we saw when the God Knights were referenced in a previous chapter. They still could be youthful, and if Shanks does have a brother, it might not be Garling that we saw at the end of this chapter, but it could be somebody else, like that silhouette that was at the focal point, the front of that group, because he didn't have a moon silhouette.
It could have been from the past.
That's true, too. Damn. Fuck, you got me. Shit. Fuck. It's the moon mascot from McDonald's, Chintastic. Thank you so much. I don't know why. You know those old raisin commercials with the claymation raisins? I don't know why I associate that moon with that brand, but old McDonald's. My next haircut for real. Omar locked. Brandon King, he looks like Max Tonight. Oh, and old, that was his name, the old McDonald's mascot from the commercials in the 80s and 90s. Back to Terrence, what Terrence was saying, I still think that, he is the head of the God Knight, so he could be the oldest member. It could still be useful. Ramon with Adono, always 50-50 when it comes to Ramon. You got to be careful. Ramon said, shooting one for, is that $1 million? 1 for $1 million is nothing to brag about, Lush. Well, just wait. Wait till we get to our Heavy is the head that wears the L segment today, because I got a little something special cooked up.
Didn't I say that we cut to Dragon?
You
Sabo?
did.
Wow, so easy to forget about my win.
Well, I mean,
interesting.
You're. It's like a common Mehgan double. It's a common Mehgan W. It's a rare Josh W. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knows. Like
that's not true.
It's true, dude. It's my life.
Not.
Nerd emoji.
It's going to be on your tombstone.
On my tombstone will just be a nerd. Here lies nerd emoji.
Yeah, no name.
No name.
Just nerd emoji.
Sad. And Batman for Real said it could have also been an unreliable silhouette, which is very common in One Piece as well. Okay, so I'm going to switch over now. We're going to start going through this, all right? Let me make sure I got all my papers organized here and screens organized and that we're ready to go. So jumping over to the chapter, let's do this and let's do... I'm too far to the side. Hold on, let me scoot. Much better. All right. So starting out, beautiful color spread, cute color spread. Again, I've said it before. When we get images like this, that's an easy thumbnail week, baby. I don't have to search. I don't have to search through Pinterest for a ambiguous picture of Luffy reacting to something, But this is a really cool and beautiful cover spread. I'm sure it made your day to just see some cute Chopper playing in a rainbow puddle with a snail on his head. It kind of made your day a little bit. Made you feel good.
Very cute.
Made you feel good. And these other little animals right here, little frog guy right there. Cute stuff.
Yeah, he got opted out, Zoro and Jinbei.
Oh, fuck, dude.
They got replaced.
Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. You're absolutely right. They got replaced by a frog and a cat.
Sorry.
Ay, dude.
We got a donation from Terrence Matthews. Thank you so much. Between the God Hands, the Warrior God Elders, and Eam, there's a lot to be excited about.
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. Absolutely. Shout out Terrence. Let's go. Okay, so where it opens, the chapter opens this week. We're at Pangea Castle, I believe, and we're talking about, the narrator is talking about the events of the Reverie being closed, and we're getting sort of the final moments leading up to where everybody was at where we last saw them, because we saw Wapol and Vivi with Morgans, but now we're really getting like how exactly they got there. Everybody's kind of stowed away. You got Pell and everybody looking for Vivi and Cobra. A lot of chaos, a lot of confusion. Wapol and Vivi are together, and Vivi, she's she's dealing with she's trying to make the best of the situation. Okay, she doesn't like being stuck with Wapol. She doesn't like this. But Wapol is in communication with Morgans, and in exchange for a story, Morgans will come and sort of pick them up, because Big News doesn't play around.
Yeah.
Megan's favorite character, top 3 character.
Yeah, he's funny.
Big News Morgans. It's big news.
A lot of things would happen without him.
That's a great point. He is almost single-handedly moving the story forward.
He is.
Big News Morgans.
Through news.
Who news? Is that
Through news.
Oh, I thought you said who news. Who news? So then we see some other people like looking for Sabo.
We see Spandam.
Spandam.
He looks really swaggy.
Spandam looks kind of good. Like,
he looks kind of like, he looks good.
Like, why does he look kind of like fire?
Yeah.
And you know how much that pains me to say. Like, because Spandam also is a bitch.
Yeah.
So it pains me as much as it pains Vivi to have to be a stowaway with Wapol.
Mm-hmm.
Because Wapol and her have history, dude.
Bad history.
Bad history. Bad history. But yeah, then we cut to where Bonnie is and Sabo. They're on separate ships. And Sabo's on his way to Lulusia. This was also something that was super interesting because I think we all assumed that Im targeted Lulusia specifically because of Sabo being there.
Well, wasn't it that he wasn't there?
That's what I mean. I assumed that
he was like on a ship watching.
Yes.
Yeah, which is what is happening right now. But how did he heal up so quickly? How long did it take him to get to Lulusia? Because he's like on the brink of death here, and then when we see him in that shot of like Lucia like getting blown up, he's like completely healed and fine.
That's a good point. That's
weird.
That's a good point. It was just to throw us off the scent.
I mean, it would have made maybe sense if he was beaten up. We don't know.
Right. I'm gonna have to go back and see. Did you go back and look exactly?
I mean, from my memory, I remember him just being fine.
Yeah, from my memory too.
So maybe he just wiped his blood off. Maybe he just shook it off.
Yeah. He is the Flame Emperor, dude. Oh, when he got to Lulusia, the people there, they were obsessed with him. They were like his biggest fans. So they probably like got him like, they're like, get this man to the best.
Yeah, I guess if a couple hours went by before Im's decision.
Well, yeah, I mean,
blow it up.
It's just crazy because Im just targeted Lulusia because it was nearby.
That's cool.
That's fucking wild. That's wild. What a lame excuse.
No, it's cool. It's like evil shit.
I mean, it's like
why me? Why did you kill me? It's like, I don't know. Or like, you killed my dad. He's like, I don't even know who the fuck your dad is or was. I killed a lot of people. Like, it's just that evil shit.
But that's that good kind of evil in a story kind of evil.
Yeah, like I don't give a fuck about anything. But then the elders are like, well, they have been doing that lately. They have been fucking around. Yeah, of course. But there's no justification for it, really.
That's a really good point because something about you saying it that way, phrasing it that way, to kind of give me chills, freaked me out a little bit. When you said
for no other reason. Just like it's nearby, just test it out. They're like, I mean, I guess the creator's saying to, we can make some justification as to why it's a good idea. It's just like a person in power making a wrong decision. Everyone's like, wow, you're so smart. Like you really thought everything out. Yeah.
He's surrounded by a group of old yes men.
Yes men. Mm-hmm.
Even though they do give him they don't give him pushback.
Yeah.
But they do somewhat question his reasoning.
No,
why.
Yeah. They're like, okay. And he's just like, just fucking do it. Like, just do it. And he's like, oh, shit.
Which is why it's interesting because I think there were a lot of people who thought that the elders could potentially be somewhat similar to Vegapunk, kind of how he has his satellites, that there's different schools of thought. People have different theories, but one was that Im could just be giving them their powers, that they don't actually possess devil fruits. The other being that they are actually like vessels with which Im has like put and inserted some of themselves. But when you see them kind of like, again, not completely push back, but question what he's doing, it makes it seem like this is 100% like not the case. Mm-hmm. Right? Like they have their own thoughts. They have their own beliefs, whatever.
I mean, to an extent.
Right. To an extent. You're right. I did see that we got a
member comment.
Member comment first from Fredo. Let's give Fredo a
good smell. Flavor.
You want to read this one?
Yes. Love the 3-year anniversary stream. You guys are awesome. Thank you. It's technically today is the day.
Oh, technically, yes. Today is the day. And Fredo, here's a message for you.
What can I say? He's an awesome guy.
Thank you, Fredo. Shout out. And a donation from Anime All Day TV. Let's see. What should we give Anime All Day TV? How How about
That's
a
more.
classic That's a More. A classic That's a More. My theory is the mother flame that Vegapunk created isn't the weapon itself, but the fuel to run it, kind of like in undying flame form, the Void Sentry. Enemy All Day, this is very interesting. Thank you so much, by the way, for your donation, because Vegapunk was talking about something similar here. And a lot of people, Dragon and Ivankov, as they are talking, speculate on whether this is actually an ancient weapon or if Vegapunk like recreated somehow an ancient weapon. And the fuel to run it, that's interesting because that was one of the big problems he said he was having, is finding this
Eternal
source,
flame.
this eternal flame, this source for these weapons to have power. So that's interesting. Interesting. Moving on to the rest of the chapter, let's get back into it. So this is where we cut to, and sometimes it's the way we have it like set up. It's hard for me to read because in order for it to fit into this box means it has to be smaller on our screen. And according to Mehgan, I'm blind and my eyes are terrible.
Yes, you are.
Okay. But this is an interesting moment too. They're talking about Sabo in this moment and his checkered fate.
Yes.
And saying how he seems to be, while not officially carrying the moniker of D, his fate seems to be intertwined with the D. And this is interesting because of what Ace said in the previous chapter when they kind of like deemed him or anointed him, sad boy or whatever the hell. What was it like? Sabo, but it was like Debo. Debo. This man is Debo. The Flame Emperor Debo. So, this is interesting. It makes me believe that Sabo's fate is going to play a big part. And something about, him kind of carrying Ace's will to a degree in the form of like his devil, being the one that's carrying Ace's devil fruit is going to be a major part. He's going to have a major part to play in the final of events, this final battle.
Yeah.
Checkered fate. Debo, the Flame Emperor.
And I think Corazon says something similar to Law as well about a checkered fate. And Law's like, I want to know what this checkered fate means.
Yeah.
And that makes sense because like Sabo and Law are like technically they're not Straw Hats, but they're pretty close to Luffy. Obviously, Sabo being like his brother, but Law being a pretty important ally.
Yeah.
Yeah. But just like in general, that's how they all come together.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, these checkered fates.
Yeah.
Curiouser and curiouser.
Have you been to Checkers?
Checkers? No. I've played Checkers.
It's a restaurant.
What do they serve?
Greasy food.
That tracks.
Is it Checkers? They're like in Long Beach.
Never heard of it. Never ate it. But greasy food? Count me in, dude. Ain't nothing checkered about my fate when it comes to greasy food. I'm destined for it. And destined for probably some health issues.
Checkers and Rallies. They're like the same.
I don't know if I love that name for a restaurant.
Rallies?
Checkers. You want to come to Checkers?
Checkers and Rallies are like, yeah. I mean, I think I meant Rallies, but I just, Checkers, Rallies. It's like Hardee's, Carl's Jr.
They're like Hardee's and Carl's Jr.? Or are they just,
it's like
right.
You know.
How in the West it's Carl's Jr. in the East Coast it's Hardee's.
Yeah, people say the fries are good. Finita Rojas said the fries are so good. Just had some, Leslie P said.
What? Everybody's eating at Checkers?
And Rallies.
And Rallies?
And or Rallies.
Well, damn, dude.
Checker, I hardly knew her, Von B said.
Oh, that's so funny.
Omar Locke said, checker fate before you wreck her fate.
Fuck yeah, dude. Hold on. Checker what? Fate before you wreck her fate?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
I haven't been there in a long time, but anyways.
You make me want to go.
Hungry. Let's go to Long Beach.
Yeah, let's go all the way to Long Beach.
We'll record it.
So this is where Eam is in their flower room saying that it's time to test Vegapunk's invention. Use the mother flame. So this is also confirmation that this is not, let me scroll so I can show this to everybody. This is confirmation that this is not what we saw at Lulusia wasn't Eames' devil fruit ability. It was Vegapunk's invention. And I think that a lot of people already kind of started to assume that after we saw Eames do whatever they did in the previous chapter when they transformed. So this is the Mother Flame. Vegapunk was talking about the Eternal Flame. So, I mean, there is a connection. There is, when Anime All Day, was it Anime All Day TV, was talking about the fuel, that's what makes me like this theory. It isn't an ancient weapon itself, but the fuel to run it.
Well, I do like the idea of Vegapunk not only making, taking things that exist and making them artificial, like the devil fruits. Like, right. It doesn't surprise me that he'd make a artificial ancient weapon. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, from what we've seen of him, I mean, this man is also checkered, dude. I don't know what this checkered bitch is fucking thinking. Checkered bitch.
Sometimes I feel like Vegapunk, I don't know if it's just like, sometimes the vibes that Vegapunk gives off are that he'll just put anything ahead of, like, he'll always prioritize scientific advancement over, like, humanity to a degree.
To a degree. I mean, I think that they're just abusing it.
But then sometimes he'll do something that makes me feel like he's the other way, that he'll, like, put humanity, that he's doing everything for humanity. So sometimes I don't know. It just seems very, oh God, what did I just drop? Oh, a remote.
We got a donation from Zero Vampire X. Was it more, what was more shocking, guys? The atomic bomb that we finally got, we finally got the rest of the Seraphim confirmed. No Croc Girl, or the confirmation for Shanks. What was more? Yeah, that theory's dead.
Yeah, that's
rest in peace. Rest in peace, Croc. Like, that is a thing that's been on.
Oh, that's so funny,
That's a thing
dude.
that has been a thing for a long time. I mean, since we've been reading One Piece.
Yeah.
And it's pretty crazy that sometimes, people just, like, live and breathe by these theories and they end up being completely false. Much like another theory. Yeah, you have a whole page of them, but yeah.
Front and back.
Yeah.
Much like another theory. What theory?
Oh, that Luffy and Nami are in love with each other.
Damn, calling out. That's a no-link call out right there.
Anyways.
But
it's just crazy that's just gone. That's just
poof
out the way. And we knew it was coming.
Oda said, there's one thing I have to clear up before this month break, and that is I have to debunk officially this Croc Mom theory.
Goodbye.
Bye. Sorry, guys. I was going to keep it going as long as I could because I thought it was fun. I thought it was funny, but it's debunked. I don't think, like, all jokes aside, I don't think any of the Croc Mom people were, like, genuinely, believed it.
Fanita said, is it death? I see a lot of people saying this confirms it.
What?
Oh, shitty.
I mean,
what?
I don't know how. I don't know how, but I'll be over the course of this month.
I am more inclined to believe that, like, Ivankov turned Croc into a woman. I mean, a man, like, was a woman and then turned Croc into a man. I don't necessarily. I never was under the impression that it was, like, Luffy's mom. Like, not once.
Right.
Like, Croc Lady as a theory, I like. Croc Mom, theory. Not so much.
So if you had to choose
not
a theory,
so much.
You'd be Croc Lady, not Croc Mom.
Croc Lady, not Croc Mom.
Okay.
Not Croc Mommy.
Croc Lady, not Croc Mommy.
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Let's see. Let's scroll up, get to the rest of these donos. And this is from I'm Dirty Dan too. I thought Vega said he hasn't discovered the fuel source yet. Yeah, that's why it's just interesting what that one of the previous donations was saying, because there does seem to be a connection. There does seem to be some sort of connection there, and it's probably not as simple as he has discovered it yet, but he could be getting close. Like, this could be like him being very close. Also with Zero Vampire X saying, for me, to answer their question, it was the confirmation for Shanks, like the Figarland sort of reveal at the end. I have never, in the course of, since we have been reading these chapters week to week, and this is 100% true, so many things have been going on with the mystery, the York stuff, and when all of that stuff was happening, like, I was really making some wild predictions, knowing that I was probably going to be wrong. And so every time something was revealed, specifically with the York situation, when it happened, I was like, okay, fuck, all right, that tracks. I just didn't see it coming. I have never yelled out loud. I physically yelled out loud. I knew it. I've never yelled out loud that I knew anything at all.
I knew it.
But with
when you like look in the mirror, you say like, "Oh, nerd emoji!" Like I knew it. Like that's when you said it.
No.
Because that's factual. That's factually
what
correct.
Are some other times I said like I knew it like that though? I can't think of anything. Like maybe like if someone were to tell me like, oh yeah, like Mehgan was here when you were somewhere else, and she was like, she kept calling you like the King of L's, nerd emoji. Then maybe I would say I knew it. You know what I mean? But I don't. It's saying I knew something isn't a common phrase for me.
Or like someone let you down again.
Okay, I knew it. I knew that would happen.
Or you got stood up again.
Fuck.
There's a lot of ways it could happen.
The battle of the soundboards begins.
This is my dance. This is when I win. This is my Super Bowl. This is my Super Bowl dance to this song.
Anyway. Fuck, dude.
When I win.
Getting to some more donations. Jesus. Pausing for an attack. Jonathan R. Let's go. Impressed by Mehgan's unintentional Bonnie cosplay.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I was gonna.
Bonnie's hat up there, I think.
I was gonna actually wear this if I ever did Bonnie.
You were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can get the Bonnie hat.
Oh no, it's divine.
Oh no, it's the way you said. Oh no. No, it's I don't know.
Making fun of me. Fuck.
What did you just do to me?
Literally, I'm not. I'm like just.
Oh, when someone lets you down again? Shout out Jonathan R. Austin Long.
Shitty.
Shout out Austin Long. What do we think are the chances that Morgans / Vivi show up in Egghead? Vivi, there's a possibility that Vivi, I mean, I guess Morgans could and possibly might too. I don't think that the chances to me don't seem like that small.
I'll be right back.
Oh, BRB? She's going to go get the Bonnie hat, actually. I'm going to get through some of the rest of these while Mehgan is MIA. Elvin MP. Let's give Elvin MP a good flavor. Maybe the weapon is Uranos and Vegapunk helped fix it. I mean, of all the ones, I think that's the one that is most commonly assumed the one on Lulusia was. But I do think it is a possibility that he, fixed it, or temporarily with this fuel source, the mother flame. It isn't enough to like sustain it. It's maybe enough for this like burst, this like concentrated one-time burst before it has to take a very long time to like refuel or recharge or whatever. And with the eternal flame, it maybe doesn't need that. So it could be that this flame source, it's enough to get it, pop it off once or twice, but they need the eternal flame, or this could be like him trying to recreate it. And that's why it's not as effective as the actual ancient weapon. I mean, these are just ideas, but I see you, Elvin. I see you. Ramon back again. Shout out Ramon. Fucking shout out Ramon, dude. Don't know where this one's gonna go, but I do love him.
Oh yeah, we should probably take the panels off.
Okay, fuck. Sorry. I mean, it's just the same panel, but we saw at Egghead Illusion and Teletransport Techno. I don't think Vega would hand destructive power to the world government. Lulusia is either there and we can't see it, or it teleported, in my opinion. Yo, dude, that's actually fucking wild. That's interesting, Ramon. I thought this was going to be an attack on my character, but you actually came with something. You showed up today. You showed your work. Interesting. So Vegapunk would be withholding this information from the Gorsei, and interesting. Okay. I might steal that, dude. Might put it on my list. Anyway, shout out Ramon, dude. That was actually pretty good. Wally saying, nah, Lulusia is dead. And while that seems to be more likely, I also have a sneaking suspicion, by the way, because we've heard two people now talk about how Eam resembles one of the original founders. And when Ivankov said it in this chapter, it was the second time that I was like, Oda's trying to make us fucking believe this. It seemed like everybody was coming on too strong. Like, we got that information from, I think it was Cobra, or who did we get that information from the first time? Saying that they resemble one of the original founders. I think it was maybe Cobra. But point is, then we have Ivankov saying it again, and I can't help but think it's because you want me to believe that. You're trying to lead a horse to water. Mm-hmm. But try to make this horse freaking read, dude. I dare you.
Read it.
Yeah.
Try to make this horse read.
JB, let's go. Why did Ivankov sound like a One Piece Theories channel? They were cooking. I mean, exactly, dude. They were like, well, maybe.
I know, it's so funny in the version that we read. It's like they make Ivankov like German or something.
Yeah.
The V's and everything.
Yeah.
And it throws me off. Because
in the original translation, I don't think their dialogue is translated the same way. In my memory, it wasn't like that, right? So it is interesting. But we did talk about yesterday on our 3-year anniversary, Volume 1's 3-year anniversary birthday, 5.5-hour stream, that if we could have any two characters host a podcast, and this is kind of to piggyback off what he was saying, it would be Ivankov and Bon Clay.
Or Nami and Usopp.
Okay.
There, just talk about tea. What is that?
That would be, yeah.
Are you trying to take a dig at me or something?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's just not what we talked about.
Mehgan, I'm going to cut the cameras. That's not what we talked about. Spicy kimchi. With a dono, Joy Boy Theories has a crocodile is a woman video that will make you believe. Several years old and not that long. Shout out Spicy Kimchi. Okay. Got to check that out. That's one of Parvision's fucking talents too, dude. Is that Parvision I can point to a random object in the room. A random object. Let me see what I'm surrounded by. Fuck. I'm surrounded by a lot of things, but when the pressure's on, I can't pick. There's a lot to choose from. Pick
something.
There's a lot to choose from.
Camera.
Okay. Parvision can then deliver a convincing theory that the One Piece is a camera. And he can make me believe that. And I fall under this man's spell. And by the end of it, bro, I'll go on the next 3 lives talking about, I don't know, maybe the One Piece is a camera. It's his talent. It's his talent.
He's that good.
He is that good. Shout out Ramon. I see how Eva reads, thinks, and doesn't just spit nonsense. Okay, here we go. That's why he is the GOAT and not an L machine. Learn something. St. Charlos. You fucking see this man? He comes, his last fucking donation, I was like, Round of applause. Ramon, wow. And then he follows it up by calling me the worst and
Saint
comparing me to the
Charles.
worst character
Yeah.
in all of anime and manga.
All?
Yeah. Saint
Bold
Charles? Bro, I'd rather be called fucking it's like somebody from a different series that everybody hates. Like I literally anybody, just not Charlos. Bro, not Charlos. But thank you, Ramon. I love you too. Getting freaking double teamed by Mehgan and Ramon today. Eiffel Towered by Ramon and Mehgan today. Terrence Matthews, let's fucking go, dude. Sabo was hurt, man. If that's not proof Imu is strong, I don't know what is. I mean, Im has to be, dude. Im has to be fucking god level. So, absolutely. Like, I'm surprised Sabo made it out alive. I think that says something about Sabo more than it says something about Im. Like, because, bro, anybody else would have been fucking done.
Dunzo.
Except for Sabo and Wapple and kind of Vivi too. And, but most people would have not made it, and CDK with a very generous donation. Shout out,
CDK. Thank you so much.
It's your kitchen.
That's more.
Fuck. Happy belated anniversary, Volume 1. What do you think of the possibility of alien zone fruits?
Ooh.
We have confirmation that space people, space monsters are real, especially considering the Five Elders.
I like that. That is very true. I mean, we have god fruits. Why not?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we have god fruits. It wouldn't be entirely out of the realm of possibility.
Mythical.
And I think that this is a subsection of mythical zone fruits, god fruits. We see the elders called warrior gods, but are they actually, is that a title? Or are they actually gods? If anybody is, it's Im, for sure. But also if Im is one of the
You think
original.
Im's a god?
Or somehow became a god. I don't know.
What classifies god?
This is an interesting question. What I would classify
Immortal?
immortal, which Ivankov also says, like, there's a devil fruit that can do that. So this is like not entirely out of the realm of possibility, but maybe immortality, power beyond anyone's imagination. Like a god would be something that would be on a completely different plane than everything else that has ever existed. To me, that just would be a god. So, that's that. You're just staring blankly into my eyes like, uh-huh.
It's just when you wiped your face, there was like an indent.
A red indent.
No, it was white indent.
Oh, I'm like one of the, remember those things you could put your hand in and it would like leave a mark? Like I'm one of those things. A freaking blob, dude.
Blob, stop.
A lot of people were saying Im is a false god. You could say similar to Enel, how Enel was like on his god shit.
Yeah, exactly.
But the idea, bro, how much would that shake everything we know to be true of One Piece? Not that hasn't already happened with it taking place in a post-apocalyptic world and just everything with Gear 5 that we've discovered. I mean, it would just turn it on its head. The fact that they're also named after planets, which are also gods. I mean, and Enel going to the moon and every other thing that we've seen. I mean, it would not be entirely out of the realm of possibility. It just wouldn't, because it's already in the story.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Nika is a god, though. Nika is not a false god. Nika is a god. Capital G.
G-O-D.
E might be lowercase g. Yeah. Sorry about that.
I like Im. He's funny.
Yeah, I like your voice for Im. That's funny to me.
Say he's funny after he's annihilated a whole
After he fucking killed everybody. So yeah, this is where they're having that conversation
so bad.
about that. And can you just say this line of dialogue right here in Im's canon voice right here? It says, "Use the mother flame." I don't know why your Im voice is my favorite, dude. And it's gonna, anything anybody else does is not gonna compare.
Hey guys.
Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, go.
Close proximity. Close proximity.
Fantastic, dude. Absolutely fantastic. Round of applause for every single time you use that voice. Beautiful. So this is what I'm talking about Lulusia, and we've already talked about it, how they or Eam randomly picked this location because of its proximity. So I don't
Maybe because he can't travel far.
that's a good point. But also, like, its range could be a factor. But there, to me, isn't a reason that Eam would withhold knowing. Eam could have made a very calculated guess. Like, Sabo's badly injured. There's only like 3 places. If he does survive, there's only 3 places he could go, or 2 places he could go, or maybe 1 place he could go. So maybe it was like their best guess, and so they said Lulusia. Fuck it, on the off chance that that's where Sabo ended up. Or like you said, which I really like in the beginning of this stream, is that that's what makes them so evil, that they don't have a fucking reason. That they had no idea Sabo was going to be there. They just don't give a fuck. They're like, yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Because here the Gorsei are very like, there's people there, right?
Yeah, I mean, look at I guess they always have those lines on their eyes because they're like menacing.
Right.
I thought they were kind of
stressed.
Yeah, they're stressed. After
stressed.
like this news, they're kind of stressed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's the reveal of all of their names. We have St. J. Garcia Saturn, which we already knew, but they're labeled now as the 5 Elder Planets, and he is in charge of the defensive science. Sorry, I'm going to zoom in so I can see better. Defensive science warrior god. So it's very fitting then that he is the one going to Egghead.
Yes. Yes.
Right. That makes so much sense.
That makes sense. And I read somewhere that this was, it's been 21 years since the elders were first shown in the manga.
Wow.
And now we finally get their names.
21 years.
That's a whole person. That's a person who can drink.
That is true.
That's a person who can go to Vegas, get a drink, gamble. Like, that's a whole human being. Blackout. Wake back up.
Yeah.
Drink more. Blackout.
Right. Get alcohol poisoning.
Get alcohol.
That's a 21-year-old person can legally do that. Can legally poison themselves with alcohol.
It's not funny.
It is crazy.
It's not funny.
I
think I got it once.
Alcohol poisoning?
Yeah. Like the next day. It was way worse than
a hangover.
Yeah. I'd been hungover before. Huh?
Both ends?
Just one. I mean, it was to the point where I was like
this end or
this end, yeah.
Okay.
Where like I didn't have anything in my system, so I was just like vomiting like stomach acid. Yeah. Bile. Yeah. Anyways,
wow.
Yeah, just a fun fact for the 21 years.
From my adolescence.
Yeah.
My young
I learned my
adulthood.
lesson.
Yeah,
Never did that ever again.
I don't think I ever got alcohol poisoning, but I did get a stomach bug from like sharing a bottle of whiskey with a group of strangers.
Both ends.
Like, it turned out that one of the girls in the circle like worked at a ranch or something and got like a parasite from one of the horses.
Are you sure it wasn't like a...
That was the story I heard. It's like a what? Tapeworm?
Or like another type of virus that you can get by sharing things with people.
Like what? Like what? We all got it, dude. It was like a freaking... It was insane how all of us like walked away and met up like a week later. We're like, yeah, dude. Yeah. Hey, has anybody been like shitting and vomiting like nonstop?
No, just me.
And then it was like, oh, I have. And then the third guy comes and he's like, hey, guys, come over here. Are you guys shitting and vomiting too? And we're like, yeah. And then that's how we all pieced it together.
Yeah, Batman. So of course, Josh had to one up the story.
It's not me trying to one it up. I just say,
it's not. No, it's just he always has something worse. Like if you have a bad story, Josh did something worse.
That's not always true.
It's pretty much true. It's just his life.
Yes,
I knew it. Winston with the donation. Thank you so much, Winston. See that member badge. Let's go. I think the God Knights might represent the moon phases. There are 7 types of moon phases and 9 God Knights. Other 2 might be eclipse. Much love, Volume 1.
Shout out.
Thank you. I like that.
That makes so much sense.
I like
that makes so much
ties
sense.
into the moon.
Yeah.
Moon stuff.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. Chintastic said gonorrhea. You might have got gonorrhea.
Oh, gonorrhea is what you were trying to say.
Yeah. Or just like any sexually transmitted disease. I think that like the horse.
From sharing
I think
bottle?
the horse story was just a cover up. I think you got a sexually transmitted disease.
Okay.
I think everyone did.
Okay.
Wally with a member comment. Thank you so much. I'm still reeling from the fact that I've been calling this man Samurai Gandhi for 20 years and his name is freaking Ethan.
Oh yeah, this guy with the glasses.
Yeah. I like the other name better. I feel like people are just gonna like keep continuing the name because it's like, yeah, imagine like naming your child and they're like, actually this whole time, no. And you're like, oh shit.
Well, it's crazy because I mean 21 years, like you were saying, that's a full grown, that's an adult human being. People have had to call them names.
No, it's like a dog. You know, you name it and they can't speak. They can't tell you what their real name is. And then once they got a caller, they could speak. They go, "That's not been my name. My mom named me when I was born."
Right.
And it's and you're like, "Huh?"
But when they have their like translator,
yeah. Their name.
Right.
That's more accurate.
Right.
Because people can change their names. But dogs, they don't have a choice, unfortunately.
Yeah, but they like the names that we give them, right?
They like sounds.
Sure, they
don't know words.
They like it.
They like it.
Ethan is a crazy name. Let's go through all the names really quick. So we have, of course, St. J. Garcia Saturn, which we already know, defense science. Mm-hmm. We have the guy with the beard, a very wizardy looking guy, who's St. Marcus Mars. Five Elders. He's the environmental warrior
Saint
god.
Eminem.
Saint Eminem. And what's interesting, because I saw people on Twitter saying, like, specifically in the case of Saint Shepherd Jupiter, which is Jupiter, that he is the agriculture warrior god. People were saying, like, oh, he's the agriculture warrior god. He's doing a bad job. Why are people starving? I'm like, bro, that's what they fucking do. That's what these fucking monsters do. Fucking Jupiter, his job as agriculture warrior god is like fucking like polluting or like making sure shipments of foods like don't get places. He's like of halting agriculture, containing, giving the giving like the there's a word I fucking blanked right now, but giving that the gift of agriculture to whoever he wants, controlling it. That's what these motherfuckers do right here. That's what this fucking cabinet of bozos does. Same thing with Ethan, finance warrior god. This man is fucking collecting on everybody. Collecting. I mean, not personally, because he's too big for that. But
well, there was theories that he's from Wano.
Right, because of that, the way his name is sort of.
And his clothing, and I forget. It's like Wano. They said something about it like being the land of gold or something before it all went to shit. So that makes
could
sense.
Be interesting.
If he was like the finance guy.
That would make sense.
But
that would make sense. And then we have the only one we didn't talk about is Justice Warrior God, Saint Topman Valkyrie. He looks like a real fucking U.S. president.
Yeah, he really does, yeah.
he looks fucking crazy. And so, yeah, he is, I'm sure, in charge of... The Justice Warrior God would be in charge of, like, courts and just the justice system, finance, money, agriculture, crops, environment, and defense science, weapons, and shit like that. So it's just crazy to get not just their names, but their titles and what they do. And I think that they're in charge of not making these things prosper, but like controlling how much they prosper and to who gets to be a part of its prosperity, who gets to cash in, who gets weapons, who gets, food, who gets money. They're in charge of all of this. It's too fucking real, dude. Oda, I'm worried for his safety. Can I just say that? I am really worried for his safety. He's exposing too much. He's saying too much.
You can't say that right now.
Okay, I won't.
You just did.
No, I can edit
You put it out
We're
there.
not. We are live. Fuck. Oh, I hit the button and nothing happened.
God damn it, Josh. We have a donation from JB. Thanks to JB. If they were testing the weapon on Lulusia, what is actually their target if they had enough range to use it? Another rebelling kingdom? Wano? Alabasta?
Well, now, I mean, it could be Alabasta because there's nobody there now. Cobra's dead. Vivi's missing. Nobody's there. And the Nefertari, they have information and a letter that exposes and jeopardizes like their whole fucking operation. So they don't know who else has that information or if there are any other records there. So, I mean, it might be them, but it also could be, it's definitely not Egghead because we know that they don't want to destroy the inventions that are there. So it can't be that. Maybe to set an example, but here's the thing about Eam that you have to remember, like, he didn't even go after Lulusia because they were rebelling. It had nothing to do with them rebelling. It wasn't even to set a precedent, to send a message, to set an example. It was just to fucking do it. So, I mean, that's the truly terrifying thing about it. Anyway, shout out was JB.
Yeah,
Shout out
JB.
And then Eam says here, one more thing, of course, retrieve Vivi. This is wild that Eam, the Gorsei, like they're after Vivi has these, like the last people you want to have on your ass, like on her ass.
Yeah, legit.
For real. Then we're talking about, other places that are rebelling. This is where we get our glimpse at the other Seraphims. Let me, I can pull this panel up. I believe it's probably okay. Let me just scoot it over a bit.
So if you see the panel, it's very intentional. That Oda put a black line in between a piece of the Croc Seraphim, meaning that there's two sides to this Seraphim.
Go off.
Every other Seraphim has its own box, but Croc's is split in half. This leads me to believe that the Croc Mall theory is actually correct. There's two pieces missing.
Okay. And that's you. I mean, hey, you know what? Go off. Go off. Cook. For real. Because
I just did.
No, that's what I'm saying, because you're kind of right though. Bro, did you really 100%?
No, I just
pull
came that up.
ass right
I
now?
just came up with that. I literally did. And if anyone has heard that, let me know, because
I wouldn't put it past the internet.
Yeah.
To theorize. And sometimes we need that. Sometimes it goes too far. But
it's really interesting. Yeah, this Seraphim, the only Seraphim on the panel, the first time we're shown the Croc Seraphim, he gets a bigger square and it's cut right down the middle between each eye. Meaning that maybe this Croc has a different point of view than the original Croc. And this could be pointing to a difference in both personalities and also mindset.
clip that, dude. Make that a YouTube short. Viral. Shout out D. LaJoy Boy. Such a sick chapter. So much to think about during this break. I think the mother flame that Vegapunk made wasn't intended, to be a WMD, but the unlimited energy source he was wanting to recreate. LaJoy Boy also having a similar thought that Anime All Day TV, I believe, said. Which, again, we kind of were going and speculating on a little bit farther that this could potentially be, his attempt at doing that. And you guys have changed my mind. Not changed my mind, but like made me also believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you killed that theory, Mehgan. That was fucking wild, dude.
Stupid.
But we have S Flamingo.
Imagine it's true.
Uh,
And then I could be like, I said it.
Let me write it down.
I was the one who actually came up with the line.
We have S Bat, maybe? And we have, which is Moria, Gecko Moria,
Mm-hmm.
and Croc. S Croc. They look fucking awesome, dude. They look so cool. They look exactly like we all pictured them looking, because Otis drawn them all as kids before too. But I can't wait to see them actually interact with other characters.
Yeah, I mean, people were saying like, why does Croc have the scar?
Oh, that's interesting. That's
They're like,
interesting.
mistake. I don't know. I don't know if it is a mistake.
That is interesting because when Croc was drawn as a kid, he didn't have a scar.
We got a donation from Mad Goon Productions.
Mad Goon.
Luffy wants to be king of the pirates, and he has a bone to pick with Akainu, but it will be Vivi's capture that will finally lead Luffy to fighting Eam. That's true.
Yeah, that would bring him. That would bring them together. That would force them to cross paths.
I mean, there's a lot of people, on both sides. Is Eam the big bad? Is Blackbeard going to end up being the big bad? Like, people are really like thinking that Oda's like throwing us off the scent. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's the perfect way for them to cross paths. And I fear for Vivi, although it does seem like Eam might not harm her because of some connection
Yeah,
they had with Lily in the past.
Yeah.
And go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, we got another donation from Edgar VG.
Shooty.
Damn,
Thank you so
son,
much,
where'd
Edgar.
you find this?
S Flamingo with the same walk. Menace.
He is a menace, dude.
Menace.
He is a little fucking menace. He's a little fucking shit.
Fanita Rojas said, of course Oda is not showing us Dofi's eyes.
Right. Bro, they all look so cool, though.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to be evil little shits. Or, S Flamingo for sure is going to be punk ass. But
punk ass.
I'm excited to see them, interact with everybody. So, and I think here, too, they're also saying that they're going after Crocodile because they spotted him. So they're deploying the Seraphims and all that. And the narrator's saying the military power is already going in a new direction. So, I mean,
We're going in a new direction.
They line up all the Marines who have dedicated their lives, abandoned their families to join this cause, and they go,
unfortunately, we are going to be moving in a different direction. What that means for you...
No, keep going. I'm the guy shuffling papers. Like,
what that means for you is just a new opportunity to excel at a new path that you can go down, and that we will be going down too. It's actually very exciting, and we hope the best for you.
I was looking for a pen. I didn't have a pen. There's always one person shuffling papers in a file.
Oh yeah, because it's awkward.
It's
too silent.
Yes.
Yeah, there needs to be like busy.
Yes. And they're like, I've dedicated my life to this, and we're like, yeah. And
No,
we appreciate that.
We appreciate that, but think about how exciting it's going to be for you to go down this new path without us.
Yeah. I mean, you have the opportunities are endless. Thank you so much for your time.
You're so talented.
You're very talented. You're going to have a bright future ahead of you, and we know that. I mean, we enlist the best of the best. Therefore, you are the best.
And we also let go of the best of the best.
Firing the Marines.
We got a donation from Beautiful Lie.
Let's go.
La puta.
Since Cobra died and Vivi's missing, the new leader of Alabasta has to be Koza, which will end the monarchy in Alabasta. #freedom.
Koza would be
It's
the
your
perfect replacement, actually. I think that he makes a lot of sense.
He makes a lot of sense.
Bro, I mean, think about it. He was already
he was there.
He was already leading people.
He's putting in the work.
Yeah.
He's been putting in the work. Like, he's been putting in the work.
If his intentions, if Croc wasn't fucking, messing with everybody's minds, Koza was doing shit, making change. Like, he was like inspiring the people.
Yeah.
I mean, he was being manipulated by Crocodile to an extent, but come on, put that in a more positive direction. He can do great things. That's all I'm saying. But he said, this is so funny too. Sabo's like, look, the moment I docked at Lulusia, I was gonna tell everybody what happened, but they all kind of started like congratulating me and stuff, and calling me the Flame Emperor, saying that I killed Cobra, that I'm like fucking sick and stuff. And I wanted to tell them that I didn't do it, but I couldn't. So Sabo just like kind of went along with it. So I wonder if they were like, yeah, dude, Sabo the Flame Emperor, dude, you fucking murdered Cobra. And he's like, yeah, dude, I fucking killed him. I fucking like killed him. Like that was me. I did that. Like I saw him and I was like, fuck this fool. Like I'm gonna kill him.
He's done.
This guy's
ass. His ass is grass
this guy's
now.
done, dude. Fuck. He's crying while he's
Yeah.
saying that.
Fuck. Spicy Kimchi with another dono. Thank you so much,
son,
Spicy
where'd
Kimchi.
you find this?
I put the OG Croc Lady theory in the Discord OP channel
Let's
for
go.
anyone that wants to check it out.
Okay.
Today is the last day for the photo contest submissions. Go, go, go.
Go, go, go. Figures
Yes.
in real life is the elevator pitch. So if you have any figures,
And do we DM it to you personally, not put it in the chat? Because I know that
there was
it's
anonymity that Spicy Kimchi was asking for.
Yeah, so
That's to not sway the
that's
voters.
correct. I will, just let me know. And then we have one more from Terrence Matthews.
Let's
Thank
go,
you so much, Terrence. Vivi's trying to make her way back to the Straw Hats.
I mean, this is all, I think, setting this in motion because they need a natural, organic way for their paths to cross, and we're getting there. So, cutting back to Dragon and Ivankov, since I was a Soe, they welcomed me with open arms, yada, yada, yada. So, he's also saying that, he's also explaining how he communicated. He kind of like sent his transponder snail through one to Lulusia and then to the Kamabaka Queendom so that he could kind of throw the government off their scent.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember if Sabo knows yet. I wonder if Sabo thinks that the reason Lulusia got decimated was because of him, or if he knows that Ian picked it at random. I think that he would assume like, they did it because I was there.
It's just like Wapple.
Right.
Yeah, Wapple is like, they're on to me.
Right.
Maybe he's like, I mean,
Right.
or just the idea of they could come in at any time. Like that's kind of like what these people are doing anyway.
Well, I just wonder, like, for his character, like, will Sabo carry some of that, like, guilt? Even though he's saying here that he was being careful about it and that he was doing it so he could throw the government off of his scent. I wonder if he's going to feel bad and maybe slightly blame himself for, like, because I was there, this entire island. While they did evacuate some people who wanted to join the rebellion, there were still, people still had their families there. I don't know. But maybe he does just think like, no, that's the government. Like, they're the fucking evil sons of bitches who fucking did this shit. They were going to do it one way or another. Like, we're trying to prevent this shit from happening. We're trying to change the world. We're trying to save people. Sometimes you got to crack a few eggs to make an omelet.
It's a lot of eggs.
It's a lot of eggs. Yeah, it's a lot of eggs.
A lot.
That's a farm. That's a farm.
That is a farm?
Yeah, because it's like all the chickens on the farm. It's not just...
More like a coop.
Okay. All right.
A farm?
Like a farm where they keep fucking chickens, dude.
Chicken farm?
Like a chicken farm. Thank you. This is Dragon speaking, saying, despicable. How in the world did they do it? Okay, so this is Sabo kind of explaining what he saw. An enormous shadow seemed to engulf the sky above us, and the next moment, everything was gone. This kind of feeds into what Ramon was saying, how potentially to everyone else, it could have seemed like an explosion, but maybe something else was happening here. And Vegapunk is getting the upper hand on the government and Eam by potentially teleporting, but it does look like it's like turning into fucking rock, dude.
No, yeah, it's exploded.
It looks like it's
it's
exploded.
exploded.
It could be he said it could be what's it called again? A fucking hologram. Or maybe it's like in Star Trek and Galaxy Quest. You have to break things apart, like all the particles, and then they kind of reassemble somewhere else. You know? So to the outside observer, it looks as if it's exploding into a million tiny pieces, but it's breaking down to be reassembled somewhere else. That's the turkey coop. So he says there's no way it was caused by a living thing or a natural disaster. So they're confirming that it is some sort of, it's not a living thing, it's not a natural disaster, it is some sort of weapon. Something pitch black was flying over the clouds. I wonder what this looks like. I wonder what
Shadow?
I wonder like beyond that, like if you could get a good look at it, I wonder what it looks like.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is Ivankov saying, Sabo, you said the name Imu earlier. It's a little out there. It's a little out there, but when the world was created 100 years ago, one of the first 20 sovereigns was Saint Imu of House Nerona. I think this is interesting too because earlier the Gore say anything for the creator.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this might lead some people to believe that Im is a god, a creator, the, I know, what is it? Umi, Imu, ocean, Mother Ocean, the actual creator of the world, to mean that literally. But it could also be that Im, based on what Ivankov says here, is the creator of this like current regime, this like current world, like the world we know today. Not that they are a god that fucking actually created all of these things, but created the government, the systems, the powers, everything that, in this world as we know it today was Im. But Im could also be a fucking god from space. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they're talking about the eternal youth, and it's something that could have easily been done, which means that there's a person that doesn't need to worry about death. So you think the one I saw is ... could be a coincidence.
People are saying that the book that he's reading, Ivankov's reading, it says Genesis on the front of it.
The Bible?
I mean, it's just the beginning.
What the fuck? Hold on. I'll pull it up, dude. I'll pull it up. This is not a fucking drill. It says Genesis? It's hard to see, but I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. I guess it would be over here. Interesting. Okay. Let me see if I can zoom in if that helps out and move this over a little bit. I can't see Genesis, but I'm probably looking at the wrong panel. Anyway, interesting. Good catch. Let me pull this up, this back up, and do this. Is it in this panel, I wonder? In this corner? I think I can make out a G. All right.
I knew it.
Ivankov says one more thing. Assuming the object you saw, this is where they're saying it could be, it was Vegapunk. Vegapunk never intentionally designed a dedicated killing machine. This is Dragon like defending Vegapunk, saying Vegapunk would never do something like that. And Ivankov agreeing, saying like, I know, right? But what if it was an ancient weapon? And since Im could potentially have been living since the ancient times, there would be a connection. So, I mean, maybe Vegapunk wouldn't do something like this. I mean, they know him better than I do.
That's true.
They go way back.
They go way, way back.
I've only known Vegapunk for about 2 months now, something like that.
Yeah.
They've known
A little longer.
Maybe a little longer.
Ramona Villa with the donation. Thank you so much, Ramon. He's just telling you that the way it's Genesis is spelled.
Thank you, dude.
It says Genesis, Josh, ...
Thank you, dude. That's probably why I didn't see it, because I can't spell Genesis. Which I wish I could defend myself, but I can't. Because I actually, on a live, proved that I can't spell Genesis. I made myself to be a fool. I posted an artwork with the word Genesis. Big, huge, misspelled. So, egg on my face. You got me, Ramon. Touche. This time you win, but next time it's all me. It's all me, Ramon. Yeah, and then we'll see who the real Saint Charlos is, because it's you. I was trying to think of a better comeback, but he really got me. That brings us to the final panel of this page, or of this chapter. Sorry. And they're talking about the present day, holy day of Mary Joie. The celestial dragon has been sentenced to death. This information will be reported to no one in the outside world. The judge was the former king. This is big. This is big news, Morgans. I'm even doing my like presidential like gesture because this is
Big news.
the former king of the land known as God Valley. He currently serves as the supreme commander of God's Knights. His name is Saint Figarland Garling. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, what the fuck?
shitty.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? He looks like a moon. He's got a moon hairstyle, which is like why I like that theory. But this is absolutely insane. The man sentenced to execution was none other than the one. This is Mjosgard. Yeah. And we know that he is the unsung hero of the Celestial Dragons. Sure. He has probably also, like, not that maybe he's done horrible things. I mean, maybe he has, but horrible things have definitely been done around. And he's weighed. It's not when you decide to do something. It's if you decide to do something at all. Maybe. But the point is, of all the Celestial Dragons, like he's actually trying to make some sort of change. Okay, he's trying to stand up.
By killing a good guy?
No, Mjosgard. I'm talking about Mjosgard. Mjosgard has been the one who was like trying to set things right a little bit.
Yeah.
So I mean, even though he is a Celestial Dragon, and we hate all Celestial Dragons, he is.
No, rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. That's
This
all I'm trying to say.
Saint Garland, this is a bad guy.
No, Saint Garland. Fuck Saint Garland.
Okay, I was confused on what you were saying. I was like, you're saying that he's not that bad?
No, I'm saying, even though he's a Celestial Dragon, Don Quixote Mjosgard is like, and I said like
Everyone in the Don Quixote family is good except for Doflamingo.
I mean, that's kind of true. Yeah.
Or had good intentions at
Or
least.
had good intentions.
And they all fucking died.
But like we were saying in the J video, Don Quixote's dad was complacent. This man, like, I mean, he didn't really want to, like, I guess he did go out into the world and try to just like exist with everybody else.
Yeah, but he was ignorant.
Without taking any accountability. But Mjosgard started to take some of that accountability, started to try to like make these wrongs a little bit more right.
Yes.
Fuck. What the fuck?
Yes.
But the bigger thing is that this man right here, a man who can even judge the Celestial Dragons, this fucking McDonald's mascot right here, I'm saying Shanks's
Papa?
It's either father or grandfather. I do politely, humbly disagree that it is his brother.
Yeah, no, I was just throwing that out there. Yeah, people are saying that he could be a deadbeat too, so it runs in the family.
Another deadbeat dad. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
If there's anything that we know about One Piece, it's...
Or people are saying that, like... Because is it confirmed that Shanks is... Yeah, right? That was confirmed?
In Film Red, I believe it was the first time it was confirmed...
Okay, yes.
...that he is a Figarland. Just like... Yeah. Laughtail, that whole...
Theo Garling?
thing was revealed in... what was it? Was it Strong World? No. That was Stampede. Right? I believe.
What?
Remember the whole Laughtail thing?
Yes.
So...
That was
revealed
Stampede.
Revealed in a movie. One piece of important information was revealed in another movie.
Yeah, and Aziza said, is he the one who injured Whitebeard? I think so.
A lot of people have been pointing to that panel when Shanks has that conversation with Whitebeard about being injured. But the other argument is that he could have just been talking about Roger, because seeing Shanks reminds him of Roger.
Mm.
But I mean, it was that. I mean, this man was.
But that's maybe like, I don't know. Maybe Shanks had no idea. Like, that's, people are saying that, like, now, obviously that was the case. The whole reveal, like, maybe Roger told him who his identity really was.
Right.
That's why he was crying or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I even wrote that down. One of my predictions is this could have something to do with that. But what would he say about it, or how would he say it that would make him?
You were abandoned.
Like your family fucking sucks.
Yeah.
And say your dad's a bitch, and then Shanks goes ah.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Batman for real quick too. Batman for real said like this stream, like the stream, or this heart isn't for you.
Ooh, shit.
So you ain't getting no love if you don't like this stream. Rumsem said he said it makes his scars ache. I don't think Roger gave him those scars though. I mean, look, it could be a possibility.
Not Roger, him.
No. Yeah.
Figarland.
Yeah.
No, he's saying that like.
He's saying I don't think Roger gave Whitebeard those scars.
No.
I have the.
No.
Go ahead. Try to explain to me. Maybe I'm not understanding what you're saying.
No, they're saying that Figarland was the one that gave Whitebeard the scars, and maybe Whitebeard knows that that's his dad.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Not Roger.
Right.
But it could be a possibility that he is talking about Roger.
Right.
But why would he say that?
Right. Like I said, like it could be that it was him, but he was at God Valley. That's the important thing. Like he was the king of God Valley before the God Valley incident.
Yeah.
And
but Jada said that would imply that Whitebeard knows Shanks is a celestial dragon.
This, of course, also relates to why Shanks was able to have a meeting with the Gorosei, to command a meeting with them, because Shanks at this point is aware of whether that's why I think he was made aware of it potentially in that moment with Roger. Maybe there was more to what Roger told him when he started to cry, but that could have been when he found out. But now he is aware.
Well, yeah, he's like, oh yeah, like you're like a pirate. Like you want to live your life as a pirate, but like you're a CD.
You're CD, which is also like they're seedy bastards, like CD.
The cheeky bastards.
Yeah, and they're SEEDY.
CD bastards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does this make you feel about Shanks? Shanks knowing this about his ancestry and leveraging it, or
that could be good. That could be good.
to grant himself an audience with the Celestial.
That
or
could be good. That could be good for him.
Like good for him, or good for Luffy, the Straw Hat?
Sure. It's good in general, if that's what's happening.
So does this add more fuel to that idea that?
No comment.
Okay. LJ, sorry about that. Go ahead. Go off.
LJ916, thank you so much for the donation. Everyone is trying to figure out what mythical things the Gorosei are, but would it make more sense for some of them to have Logia, others with Paramecia, and some zone type instead of all one type?
So I'm gonna go through this again. Would it make it more sense for some of them to have Logia, others with Paramecia, and some zone type instead of all one type? LJ, shout out, thank you for the donation.
Thank you.
Love you. I think it would be cool, but zones like seem to be the ones that are kind of like coming out on top, bro. Like I remember when we first started reading the story, it seemed like Paramecia and Logia. I was like, damn, like these are the fire, like devil fruit, like the most fire devil fruits. Like these are the ones that you want. But as the story went on, it was like, oh damn, no, like zones are fucking taking the number one spot. Like I don't know. There seems to be like a lot of potential with zone devil fruits. I think it would be cool, right? It would make sense if all of them like had awakened versions of every type of fruit or different types of fruit. And we'll see. I mean, that could be true, but I definitely think, I mean, they're called warrior gods. That could be just in title, but it could be because they have these mythical zone devil fruit god, model abilities, fruits, whatever. But that's interesting. I've seen some really awesome fan art too of people drawing what they think the Gorosei will look like revealed. Some people, I even saw someone use it in their thumbnail, but they do look kind of goofy, but they look kind of scary too. It's like they're like surrounding Eam, and they're all like, they just like look like big fucking animals, which is
Yeah, I have it.
You have it?
Bookmarked, yeah.
Oh, you have it bookmarked?
Yeah.
Bro, it's a sick ass picture. See if I can pull it up. Mehgan said she bookmarked it.
We have a donation from Ramona Villa. Thank you.
Let's go.
Imagine Roger whispered, "I know you are a rat," and that's why Shanks started falling. I know you're a rat.
That's
that
so
would be
funny.
wild.
That's so funny. So here it is. Let me do this. I think I could just do this, right? Oh yeah. Now, oh no, it's the wrong one. Huh? Try this. Oh yeah. Now we're cooking. So this is the picture I was talking about. I'm sure everybody's seen it. Like it's going around everywhere. I got rid of the frame. Why did I do that? But yeah, that's one of my favorite pieces of fan art. It could be pretty accurate. I don't know about the fucking teeth in the back, but I love this. Like, I love this.
Scary.
And everybody always draws Eam. Look at Eam sitting there, caked up. Body, yaddy, 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 yaddy.
Caked up. How can you see that from here?
I could just tell.
So you can see that, but you can't read.
Yep. Absolutely.
Makes sense.
It does.
Perfect sense.
Yeah, no, thank you. Thank you so much for acknowledging that I actually have great sight.
No, for acknowledging.
I'm twisting it for myself. This was interesting, too. I saw somebody post this on Twitter. You know how I was against the idea of Shanks having a twin brother? Well, recently I came across, this is from Pangea D. Vinci or Pangea_Castle on Twitter. And I'll pull it up so that we can all see it. Let me just go to the Twitter screen here. Fuck, you can't even see there. I want to show their icon, give them a little cred. Or give them all the cred. Not a little cred, give them all the cred. So they say, you know how I was against the idea of Shanks having a twin brother? Well, recently I came across something interesting. Shanks' family name, Figarland, has the word fig. And get this, the legendary orphans Romulus and Remus were found in front of a fig tree. They go on to show this picture of Romulus and Remus, but also the silhouetted figures right here. So it could be, would you be upset if it was or like, would it be like anticlimactic, underwhelming? Like, how would you feel if it was a twin?
Have we had twins before?
In this, like, such a big way. I don't think in this exact way because what I'm thinking is it's probably his brother and they maybe look similar, but they're not twins. I just wouldn't want it to be a thing.
Well, it's like how like Luffy and Ace look similar, but they're not.
But they're not related at all. Blood related.
Yeah, or Roger looks so similar to Luffy.
Like young Roger? Yeah. I don't know. So I kind of do want to take a poll before we get to our predictions.
Oh yeah, Chiffon and Lola, duh.
Oh, Chiffon and Lola. Yeah. That's right. That's true. Shout out Chiffon. Well, William, let me just read a couple messages in the chat. William Sorensen said Rox probably wanted to kill all celestial dragons there and the Figarland king and his family and newborn kids, but instead they got saved by Roger and Garp, and Roger inherited Shanks. Instead they got saved by Roger and Garp, and Roger inherited Shanks. Roger inheriting Shanks makes it seem as though because they found him, like maybe in the midst of battle and chaos. Like
no, I think he like floated off of.
But that's what I'm saying. They found him.
Yeah.
But yeah, Rox probably wanted to kill all the celestial dragons. That kind of goes back to what we were saying about Rox, like not knowing much about him. and him having, carrying the D name, he could have been doing, Blackbeard also has it too, but he could have been trying to make some sort of change that he thought was good, but just not in a good way. Not in the right way. Not saying he was a good guy. I'm just.
Yeah, a lot of people don't want the twins.
Well, I'm going to make, Shanks was found in a treasure chest. Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to make a poll. I just want to know what everybody thinks. I'm going to put, what is Shanks' relation to, how do you spell it? Gar, let me pull it up, sorry. Garling. Gar. Fuck. Where is
It's
it?
right there.
Oh, there it is. It's spelled how it sounds, just in case anybody was wondering.
Jesus.
Shanks' relation to Garling. So, son, right?
Oh, I thought you were going to do a poll about the twin thing.
Grandson, or should I put just distant relative? Is that okay?
Yeah.
So, what is Shanks' relation to Garland? Is it his son, grandson, distant relative? I'll even put brother. And distant relative means that it's not any of the other options.
Yeah.
Are we cool with that? Is that good?
Yeah.
What an aggressive curse, said Miles. All right, so this is the poll. It's going up now. Everybody cast your vote. I want to see where we're all at here today in this moment. I just want to say before I see how the majority sways, that I think it is grandson. Fuck, maybe not, but I'm still sticking with it. It's what I said first. Oh, add no relation. There has to be a relation. They have the same name. So there has to be a relation. Sorry, hot fart. All respect. All respect to hot fart. And William saying could also be an uncle. Just that's distant relative, even though it's not distant, but just
Yeah, Jonathan R. said Shanks isn't exactly a young boy. He's in his 30s, I believe.
That's true.
I thought he was older.
How old is Shanks canonically, I wonder?
What about none of the above, Batman for Real said?
I don't know if my polls are refresh. Is it not refresh? Can you guys not see the poll? Or is nobody voting? Maybe nobody's voting. That'd be wild. If people are like, yeah, I'm just not voting.
Yeah, it says 0 votes.
Okay. Well, if it maybe it's on YouTube's end, maybe no one's
40s, late 30s. Shanks is almost 40.
Damn, he looks good. Shout out Ramon with a donation. Ramon saying Shanks is to Garling what Mehgan is to Josh. That answers everything.
Everything you need to know.
That answers everything.
This is One Piece. Garling could be 120.
That's true.
Shanks is a Garling clone. Spicy Kimchi said.
Poll looked like it disappeared.
Oh.
Ay, ay, ay. Fucking YouTube, dude.
Yeah, for whatever reason,
it showed up.
Okay. 79 votes in. So son 1, distant relative 2nd, grandson 3rd, and brother 5th.
Okay. So son is clearly winning, but distant relative and grandson are almost tied. Being that Shanks is in his 40s. See, I didn't know quite how old Shanks was. So I it's not because I was swayed by the poll or the voters, but I'm just saying now that I know this man might be in his 40s. I'm saying he could be his son. That's his dad. That's his papa.
Papita.
And I'm not just saying that because I'm going with the majority.
Right.
Carl with a donation. Let's go, Carl. I can't wait to listen to this podcast tomorrow. Hope you enjoyed the chapter. Now the drought begins. Have a great stream, guys. Thank you, Carl.
Thank you, Carl.
And this is a message for you tomorrow. Hey, Carl. Hope you're having a great day today. Friday. That was just a little message for you.
Okay.
For when you listen to it.
That was good.
Thank you. Yeah, even a first cousin is a distant relative. Yeah, distant relative. Let's just say I should have said relative, but
It's relative.
it's all relative. I just think that the implications of this are wild. I do think that some of the other if he is the head of this group, are all the other members part of the Figarland family as well, or are they just other warriors? Either way, him being the head is absolutely insane. Shanks is aware of this. Shanks knows this. So I wonder if they're going to have any sort of interaction, like what this man's involvement is going to be kind of going forward. It's just wild. It's just absolutely insane. But now we must get to everybody's favorite part of these streams. Everybody's favorite part. No matter what they say in the comments, no matter what they say in the chat,
This is the best
it's
part.
their favorite part.
This is the best.
And you know what that
Portion.
is.
Oh, my stomach's growling.
Oh, shit, really? Heavy is the head that wears the L. I do have my crown today. I just want to let everybody know. And I got a little something extra for it. This is the little something extra I prepared. So, I guess I have a bad haircut, guys. So
You can't wear it.
I'm going to wear it because I love you guys and I know that we're a family. And I have beanie head anyway, so you're not going to be able to tell. And I might like do a little scoop and then like place it immediately, so you really won't be able to see much, like a magic trick sleight of hand. I'm going to harness everything I've learned from magic and sleight of hand and use these camera angles to my benefit. All right? So I trust you guys. I love you guys. I'm just going to do a little switcheroo. You ready? Yoink. Whoa! Seamless. Oh, wrong way. Okay. So, Heavy is the head that wears the L is a segment where we make definitive predictions on things that are going to happen. We have a month to speculate. It's going to be a drought, like Carl said, but we'll have plenty of things to talk about in the meantime. But here's where we definitively state what we think will happen. We also usually go through previous predictions that we make and see if we were right or wrong. Now, that usually doesn't matter because guess what? I wear a crown of L's for a reason because I'm mostly wrong. But today, on this very special occasion, this once-in-a-lifetime moment, I present to you an addition to the crown of L's. Holy shit, fuck. A crown of, if you put two L's together, they make a W, baby. I got one right, okay? I got one thing right. It says here, and I should have wrote a date next to it too, but it says here, Shanks is, the God Knights are related to Shanks. Now, maybe that was obvious, and maybe some people are going, big fucking deal, dweeb. We all knew that. But can I please have one thing? And I also wrote Shanks is not a member of the God Knights himself. So that is something TBD. But allow me to dress my crown with a temporary W just for today. Thank you. Leo said boo.
We got a donation from Ramona Villa. Thank you so much. How do you manage an L while putting an L crown?
Okay, Ramon. All right. I get it. Rumham said that's a small W. You know what? Because the W that I got it's a small W, right? It's not a huge W. So I had to do it like appropriate. I had to like size the W appropriately to the actual win itself. So thank you. Size doesn't matter. A W is a W. Thank you, Ben. Thank you so much, dude.
What can I say? He's an awesome guy.
Okay, so I have my predictions pre-written, and Mehgan, if you have one or two, even if it's just one that you'd like to add, it's very appreciated. I just don't want to put the pressure on you, but I love to hear them. I love to hear your theories. Mine today are, this is embarrassing. Jesus Christ. Okay. So, the first one is that Shanks has a brother. This is like a brother that's in the God Knights. This is not his brother that we see here at the end of the chapter. So definitively, and I should, because I wrote Shanks has a brother, and I should write next to it that they're in the God Knights. And so I will update this later. That is 100% for certain. I'm not saying it's a twin, but he has a brother in the God Knights. Okay? This is a fact. My second prediction, the old man at the end of the chapter is his, I put grandfather or father. I'm sticking here and now with father. Locking that in. That's his dad, not his uncle, not his grandpa. I'm sticking with dad, father. If, like I said earlier, if there's anything we know to be true of One Piece, number one, it's peak fiction. Number two, there's a lot of fake out deaths. And number three, deadbeat dads. Three things we know to be true. Peak fiction, 2 and 3. And then the third, I don't know if we'll, I mean, I'm sure inevitably, eventually, we will actually get to hear verbatim, potentially through a flashback, what was said to Shanks. But this is the boldest take I have, and I'm sorry. Maybe I could potentially throw something out there too about the Gorosei and what I believe, maybe more specifically, their devil fruit abilities to be. But I just feel like I'm gonna be too off on that. So I'm gonna say that I don't know if we're gonna get to see it, but I believe we will at some point in some way. But this information about Shanks and his family, that had something to do with what Roger told him. Something about where he came from, his family, his lineage, what they do, who they are, who they work, who they answer to. And it might have not been everything, but it was a part of it. It was a part of what we don't know how long they were whispering in each other's ear, or Roger was whispering in Shane's ear. It could have been a situation where it's like, and it went on for like a long time. Mm-hmm. Or it could have just been like, like they were saying in the chat, I know you're a rat. Like you come from a family of rats.
Rat.
Yeah, you're a rat bitch. And he's like, you're about to die. He's like, fucking rat. Mm-hmm. Mehgan, you have anything you would like to add? Fuck, I should have got a pen to fuck. But I'll it's being recorded here. So.
I feel like there's one more W for Buggy. Like, I feel like he's going to get another upgrade.
Another upgrade?
And he's going to end up being a celestial dragon.
Whoa!
And that's how he's going to be able to get away with everything that he's done and get even more clout. And yeah.
This is coming from left field, Mehgan, but these are where the best things come from. Left field. Not right field, not center field, left field. Okay. You're saying that at some point in the story, Buggy will become a celestial dragon. You're like, I don't know. But we're just throwing.
That's why this is the L head.
That's true.
Crown.
That's
thing.
true. Do you want to wear it?
No.
I'm
okay. I'm good.
Oh, that's not a sign. That was not a sign.
Oh, yikes.
That was not a sign. What you saw, that was not a sign.
That's bad.
Fuck, that hurt.
Oh,
Rumham
God.
said
My
that
fucking stomach.
Buggy is Zebek's son.
That'd be crazy.
I like that, actually. Yeah. I'm sticking with that. I'm with that. I'm with that.
That'd be wild.
Anyway, these are our predictions. And this is the most popular segment that has ever existed on YouTube. Heavy is the head that wears the L, but today has one W. Thank you so much.
2.
Well, no, one. The crown has one.
We both won.
We both won, but I was talking about specifically the crown. No. We both won. Oh, yeah. This is not a sign. Don't. Okay, you want to put it on your forehead? There you go. Beautiful. It's an M for Mehgan. This is your superhero costume. The crown is speaking that Mehgan knows the truth. Ramon with a donation. Let's go, Ramon. Wonder why the W's reject Josh. That is an interesting observation because it did fall from my head twice. It fell from my head twice. Now, if this W manages to stay on your forehead for the rest of the stream, then I think that is another sign from the universe, unless you willingly take it off. But I was hoping it would stay on the whole time, and it did not. So the universe is sending me a message. Tony Mescuti, let's fucking go, dude. Thumbs up. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Tony. 1, 2, 3, 4, W, L. We love you.
Thank you.
So that's going to do it for the discussion on the chapter. There's so much to talk about. There's going to be so much more to talk about. And so since we're having a month of a month-long break from new chapters coming out, what we're planning on doing, and we will update you more as time goes on our community tab, in our Discord, which there are links to our Discord and all of our social media down below. We're going to try our best to use this time to get to some collabs that we just felt like we haven't had time to really get to.
Hopefully we
Hopefully,
can.
fingers
That's
crossed.
Speaking on us.
Yeah. And that's
Speaking on our part. We haven't set anything up yet, but hopefully we will.
Yeah, so there's a good amount of people that have reached out to us or that we have been in communication with that are willing to collab and do a video together. But it's kind of been on us. So now that we will have this like opening in our schedule, we do want to take advantage of it. And hopefully, I really, nothing guaranteed, nothing 100% set in stone, but I'm hoping for at least 2. Hoping that's the goal, for at least 2 collabs that we could do with other One Piece YouTubers. And who knows what those videos will be exactly, but they can either be something about this specific chapter, something that we could speculate, theorize on, or just something like we did with Jay, which was really fun about deadbeat dads, which is the kind of shit we love to do. So stay tuned for that. We'll try to be here as often as we can during these breaks to give you something, because I know it feels it's sad when you wake up on a Wednesday or Thursday or even Sunday, whenever you read the chapter, when you wake up, you refresh, whatever site you read the chapter's on, and there's nothing there. And you do that for the first week. You're like, oh, maybe it's a break. You do that for the second week. Still not there. Third week. What the fuck? Fourth week. I'm done.
Yeah.
I give up.
I'm done.
I'm not getting out of bed.
Yeah.
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 So, I just want to read a couple more comments and then we're going to get out of here. And again, thank you so much for everybody who's been here and talks about these chapters weekly with us. This is so much fun. Can I take my crown off, or I got to keep it on?
Whatever you would like.
I'll keep it on. But that's going to do it for our discussion on this chapter. Elizabeth Swan said, Volume 1, make a mini Reverie and collab with several streamers. That would also be awesome. Someone was saying in our stream yesterday that I think it was Brago who was talking about wanting to do like a mini Reverie and asking, someone on his, not his behalf, but someone just asked us in general if we would be interested. And we said, of course we'd be interested. But, that's not up to us. So, I mean, that could also be a great idea. Multiple people at once. Multiple creators at once. But the only thing left to do now, and, stay tuned for all the other stuff we have coming out. We have more Gurren Lagann reactions on our second channel. We have a Jojolion Part 1 review coming out Monday. We do community lives and other things throughout the week. So stay tuned for all of those things. The only thing left to do now, I think, is to get out of here on our outro that is always the same and never changes, which today, Mehgan, is, and I'm going to go over my notes and make sure there's anything forget to talk about. Warrior God, Seraphim, talking about that. Vegabond recreated ancient weapon relative to Shanks. And they were talking about why the ancient weapon was only, why they decided to use it now. And maybe because, Vegapunk really didn't have it figured out until now. But But there is that. And then as far as like Shanks goes, like Shanks, I mean, he's using that to his benefit to be able to like get himself, he's like name dropping to get into rooms. But for what purpose? You know what I mean? Is it for him or is it for like something that, you know, is it for like the will of the D? Is it for Roger? Is it for like the betterment of humanity? Fucking A.
I don't know. I don't have one. Have a good month. Get soon, Oda. Get better soon, Oda.
That's a good one. Bendover, is this confirmed? Please confirm this. Bendover says, we get the One Piece trailer / teaser this month. We need a Reverie.
I think there's an event going on somewhere. Netflix related.
Bro, bet your fucking ass, dude, as soon as that shit comes out. We're filming something.
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm holding a baby and it comes out. I'm going to pass the baby to...
Where would you be holding a baby?
People have babies all the time. Like, sometimes when I walk down the street, people say, like, you want to hold my baby? And
No one ever said that to you.
You know, my point is, no matter what I'm in the middle of, as soon as that chapter, as soon as that teaser or trailer drops, like, we're doing something. We're reacting to it. Something's coming out. Best believe. Because that is something I am looking forward to so much. And my heart is going to be fucking broken. I'm going to be in shambles if it's, you know, not something that lives up to my already insane expectations, which I am tempering, but I also do believe in. So let's fucking go. If that's true, this month just got a lot better. 16th of June, said Ramon.
Yeah.
Netflix Geeked Week is next week. Oh, fuck. Until next time, figure it out.
That's good.
Because I think it's implied.
I think it's get better soon, Oda.
Okay, get better soon, Oda. We love it. But I do like
that one.
Ben, until next time, figure it out. That's fucking gold. Just know that in your heart. Okay? So again, I'm if that trailer comes out, we will be reacting to it. We will be doing something covering it. So look forward to that and everything else we got coming out. That's going to do it. Thank you so much. We fucking love you guys. This community, you guys are absolutely fucking amazing. You make our days. Yeah, you guys are fucking like
love you guys.
Incredible human beings. It's so fun to talk about these chapters with you guys. The only thing left to do now is to get out of here on our outro. That's always the same and never changes, which today is get better, Oda? Or like...
Get better soon, Oda. Or rest up, Oda.
Get better soon, Oda. We'll do that. Get better soon. Because he's healing. Like, it's going to take time for him to heal. So, yeah, we'll say get better soon. Right?
Yeah.
You think there's a better way to word it?
No, that's fine.
Okay. Let me make sure everything is queued up. I've made this mistake so many times before. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for watching and listening and for being here. Stay tuned for all the stuff that we'll be coming out with during this break month. And until next time, get better soon, Oda. A speedy recovery. We wish you the best. We wish you well. We're sending all of our positive vibes. I know it's just an eye surgery, but still, we want you to be taken care of. We want the best for you. 20/20 vision. Honestly, 30/30 vision. We want you to have like Guinness Book of World Record vision.
Love you.